Alrighty, welcome to the very first episode of the
Hey,
Logan and Logan cast. I
hey,
am your host, Logan, and our other host.
I'm also Logan.
Yep, exactly. For our very first episode, we got a very special guest, Nina Crabtree.
What's
Nina,
Nina.
up? How about it?
what's up?
So Nina, she designed her whole logo, so we thought,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll take her on the first episode.
yeah, might as well.
Mm-hmm.
They
Well,
didn't pay me. This is what they're doing.
good, good. So Nina, how's break been for you so far?
um, I've spent a lot of time really getting in touch with myself. Um, I have found that through pushing my limits whenever it comes to sleep and awakeness, and how often one really needs to eat versus not eating, and how often one really needs to change their clothes. I've just been really experimenting with all those factors that really play such a big role in our daily lives. It's been a very philosophical adventure for me. I don't know about you guys, but I've not changed my clothes in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I got the same pajamas I wear pretty much every day because all I've been doing is gaming. That's literally it. This break has been so boring.
I mean, I've just been working and then going home, doing the same thing, just gaming, sitting in the same
Gaming, yes.
pajamas every day.
Yeah, but yeah,
But I
I don't,
mean,
I don't know what we're supposed to do with the rest of this quarantine. I mean, the whole world doesn't know what to do right now.
We
COVID
have a month.
19.
A
We have a
month.
whole month.
hmm I mean, we don't even know if we're going back to school.
I don't think we are. I really don't, because if we're supposed to go back like April 24th, I'm sure there's still going to be restrictions on like how many people can be together because
hmm
it's slowly going to work its way back up to normal. So I'm sure it'll go from like 10 people to 50 to then 100, then 500 and so on. Therefore, I don't think we're going to go back to school like the day that graduation even is, May 9th. And then if we even have a graduation, it's going to have to be postponed to like late June, I would think.
Oh
I
my
don't think
god.
anyone knows.
And
It's
it'll
crazy.
just be hard then because that's asking people to come
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah. So something like this has never happened that I know of. I mean, class of 2020, we've had it pretty rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I was in my mom's stomach whenever 9/11 was happening. Crazy.
But I mean, sit and wait.
Yeah, I
I
just
don't think
remember
anybody.
no one knows what's going to happen. I just remember saying that class of 2020 was going to be the greatest year to ever graduate. And I mean,
And then,
yeah, I think it could still be a good year. I think it could end on a good note. But right now, it's pretty hectic.
that's for sure. And I mean, these online classes, man, what a mess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on. Talk to me about online classes being a mess. The entire studio is hosting online dance classes.
yeah, my sister's been doing those.
Yeah, it is the best we can do, but it
Mm-hmm.
is really difficult to
Yeah,
figure out. Like, you have to schedule it in a way where the assistant and the teacher can like both be at the studio at the same time, but even if they're at the studio, then that's not social distancing. And then you have to broadcast it to all of your different students and make sure that they're all there. And then there's a lag with the computer, so we could be playing the music at the studio and their dancing would be off by like a count, even if it isn't to them. And it is a crazy thing that we've had to do for the last 2 weeks. I'm about to, at about 5:30 tonight, I'm gonna pull up to the studio and I'm gonna have my hip hop class online. Though I'm gonna go to the
wow.
studio to take an online class.
Wow.
That's
And
so.
That's
no,
Are
no,
you
no,
that
guys
sounds
it's not
fun.
even?
even. It's not even the older kids either. We have 3-year-olds. We have
Wow.
3-year-olds that take online classes right now. Trying to get a 3-year-old to sit in front of a laptop or a phone and pay attention to the teacher who's talking on the other screen for 30 minutes. It's not as fun as TV. They're not going to it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I can't even imagine that.
So are you guys even When's your last When do you guys stop for the year or season, whatever you guys considered
Um
it as?
June.
June. 'Cause you guys got nationals, right?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
We're going to Texas again.
Oh, again? You guys went there last year?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
So
personally, like on a U level, like how are you feel like are you disappointed that this might like not happen like your last year being a
Yeah.
dancer and all that or
well, so far it hasn't affected the studio's competitions, which is the
Mhm.
season that we're in right now. Like one competition, the one that was happening this weekend, got canceled. But we would have been in Branson with show choir anyway, you and me, Logan.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't have been able to go to that. And then the next competition we have isn't in for another 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So we don't know what they're gonna do in terms of cancellation. They've talked about having online competitions, and we
What?
don't know. I don't know. Competitions are a huge deal. There are thousands of people. I don't know what they're going to do. I've not been hit by it super hard in terms of like, oh no, it's my senior year, I'm losing it, because we're still having our classes and it still feels like I'm still with the same group and it hasn't affected our competitions yet. But if we lose regionals, nationals, then yeah, that's gonna suck.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
And I know a lot of people, especially that are in like competitive stuff right now, are just really feeling the burn and I mean, in Missouri like it's not as hard hit as it is in like other like
Hmm.
bigger towns and that, but I
Yeah.
mean that could easily change.
Yeah, New York and Washington State got hit hard.
hmm And like even California, you know, they're
Hmm.
dealing with it, but like here it a person here and there, but I
Hmm.
mean that could quickly turn around and it'd be a whole mess and we'd be stuck inside even longer.
Yeah, I mean, people are still being tested, so the numbers are going to go up. But I would think within the next couple of weeks, the numbers would slowly start going down because then, like, everyone should know if they have it, and it shouldn't spread if people are on lockdown. There'll probably be a couple occasional ones, but I would think no more. So
And
it should be solved by June. You
yeah,
know?
and that's what we all hope for
Yeah,
personally, but I mean it depends if people, you know, keep their stuff up, you know,
yeah.
don't go out for no reason. I leave for work and that's
Hmm.
it. So I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, and I mean, it does seem like our senior year kind of got ruined. Like no prom, no even spring informal that was supposed to happen in a couple weeks,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then probably no graduation as of right now. But I don't want my summer ruined. My last summer that I get to spend with friends before they all
Yeah,
go off
like
to college. It's pretty
it's not
sad.
something you want to do. Like you don't want to like finish high school, so to say, and then immediately be into college. Like
Yeah, that's what
that
it feels
summer's
like.
always legendary.
Yes, it just feels like it's already over. I mean, the last day at school before the actual spring break, I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, all right, be back here in a couple of weeks, in the
Mhm.
school year on a good note. And now I'm just like wishing that I would have held on to that day longer, like really enjoyed it more, I guess. I don't even
Yeah,
remember what happened that day.
for sure.
Yeah,
Same.
Yeah,
because I mean, like that Friday, I was like, God, I can't wait to get out of here. And now I'm like, every
exactly.
day, I'm like, I want to go back to school,
I
man.
want to be at school right now. I mean, all my friends are there. It's just something to do instead of sitting at
Mhm.
home being lazy, doing nothing.
And I
I
saw
mean,
a tweet that put it in perspective, um, that this is like what nursing homes are like,
mm-hmm.
or like this is what like the elderly go through, like just being home all the time, can't see
Yeah.
anybody. Like
Okay.
how
Wow.
devastating that really is, really puts like the weight in your chest. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like we need to sympathize with these people more.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But
that's,
for sure.
I
Yeah.
know, you guys probably seen stuff, but I've seen a lot of like pictures of like people like visiting through the window of like
Uh-huh.
retirement homes and stuff because they're locking them in. Like I saw
Oh,
one that
dude,
like somebody got
funerals.
engaged. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Funerals
that's
right
a
now, bro. People, you have to like take turns going up to the casket. That's what it's like right now.
ooh, what?
It's insane. Yeah. You have to take turns like going and saying goodbye. Like they can't even have like a whole like funeral like how they normally are.
Dang.
it's
It's
just
That's
it's just
insane.
heartbreaking, man.
Yeah. Like if something bad happens to you during this time, like it just makes it so much worse because you have to limit the amount of people you're around.
hmm
It's
and
something different, man.
everybody's just scared. Like,
Yeah.
there's people who don't care, and it sucks that people do that because, nobody wants this to go on any longer. Like, everybody thought was like, oh, that's never gonna leave China. Like, that
Hmm.
sucks. They're dealing with it, but we'll be fine here. And then,
All because
one case.
someone decided to eat some bat soup, and
Yeah.
that's where we are now. They're like, oh, this would be good.
Your classic, Chinese buffet bad soup.
Hmm.
Anyways, moving on from that. It'll just
Yeah.
be, like we keep saying, just go day by day. Hopefully we don't, like Oklahoma, Kansas, they've just canceled
Yeah,
their school year altogether.
which I do believe will happen soon.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we can only hope. We can only hope.
That's why we're doing this. We're so bored that we're literally having a podcast right now. It's come
We
to this.
made a podcast.
I've always wanted to do like a podcast of some sort. I love sports. I could talk about that forever. That's always like kind of been my dream. To talk about
I
sports.
I always talk about it. I'm always like,
Yeah, like me and you in
partying it
school.
up, and I'm like, oh, I should make a podcast.
Exactly. And me and you at get-togethers and at school, we can talk about sports. We have plenty of
No,
time.
all the time.
And I'm sure we'll have some shows where we talk about it. Maybe bring some other guests on.
Oh, for sure. We'll always, for you out there, just let us know if you ever want to be a guest. We have a lineup for these next couple episodes.
We
So
do.
just let us know. Let us know. We'll be glad to have you on. We'll banter along for 45 minutes, an hour, however long it'll go on.
Yeah, we're just kind of testing, seeing how this goes. I mean, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
sorry, what were you gonna say, Woes?
I'm just gonna shoot it over to Nina. Anything she wants to talk about.
Well,
Got any interesting topics?
I have a question for Nina.
Okay.
What do you think of tattoos?
What do I think of tattoos?
Yeah.
For myself or for other people?
How about both?
For myself, I've never really put too much thought into it, just because no one in my family has tattoos. It's not a big thing for us. On other people, I'm a pretty big fan. I think that level of commitment is attractive.
Yeah.
And also if there's a really cool tattoo, then I'm into it. But for myself, I've never been. And the little ones, those are cute, especially if they're meaningful. But those legit cool tattoos, I'm about those. Yeah.
So would you get any right now?
Would I get a tattoo right now?
Yeah.
Well, I at one point made a promise with a good friend of mine named Aaron that I would get a lip tat with him.
A lip tat.
And he would get one that said Prez, and I would get one that said VP.
Wow.
Because he's the president of student body, and I am the vice president of the student body. And we've been in student council together for 5 years now, I think. And it's just kind of a dumb, nerdy thing, now that I'm explaining it. But I think that if it came down to it, and if we both agreed, and if it was safe enough, I think I'd do it.
Yeah, some lip tats. All right, I want to get a forearm tattoo. My family, my mom, my dad, and my stepmom, they actually all have quite a bit of tattoos. They're all hidden, but my dad actually has a tattoo on his leg that says Logan, and my dad's really we're really close. He's special to me. So I think it'd be cool to get a picture of us fishing on my forearm, just along it.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty gangster. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, it'd be dope. Get some shading in there, and that's how bored I am right now. I'm so bored that I just want to go get inked up. There's nothing else to do. It would just be interesting, and I wouldn't regret it. I mean, who knows what kind of job I have when I'm older, depending on what I do. Maybe they don't allow it, but you can just wear a sleeve or something.
I think by the time that we're older, tattoos will be more acceptable. Because if you think right now, everybody's boss is an old person, and tattoos weren't super acceptable whenever those old people were younger. by the time that our bosses are the old people, like they're going to be like the people that are in their 30s right now are going to be our bosses. They're probably going to be okay with it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I work at Quick Trip right now. I don't work that much, like, as of late, but the CEO, he doesn't allow tattoos, but I'm pretty sure after a while he might start allowing them because, like you said, I mean, it's more of like a, I don't know, you want to like respect people, and so some like tattoos, depending on what it is, are just viewed negatively. But I don't know, like Quick Trip, you can only have a mustache. I think that's kind of weird. Like
It
you
is
should be able to
weird.
have a nice groomed beard.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'd agree
know,
with that.
like McDonald's, you're not allowed to have like facial hair at all.
You can at McDonald's.
You're not supposed to like. As soon as it starts getting past like peach fuzz, you're like, you're clean shave.
I think people should just know like when to keep it clean. Like you can have a nice groomed beard or just decent facial hair. You don't want it to look all messy, you know.
Yeah, but then it just like one of those things where you say, oh, it needs to be neat, like some
Hmm.
people have different ideals,
I
and then it
guess.
just
Yeah.
it falls into like a middle ground where it's just not safe at
Hmm.
that point.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
what about you, Woes? What do you think of tattoos?
um, I I don't know if I'd ever find one I'd ever want to do, but it'd definitely be like an arm tattoo. But I think they're
Yeah.
cool. Like I always love seeing like cool
Yeah.
sleeves that people have, and I'm like,
Hmm.
damn, that must cost a lot of money.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know how some people get tattoos and are like, "Oh, I won't regret this." Like, I know someone that literally has a South Park tattoo on their leg.
I
Like,
could never. I could
I mean,
never.
it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love South Park, but I don't
Not
know how you
enough to get
get
it
that.
tattooed.
Like, you're like, wow, this will look great when I'm 70, 80 years old.
That's also a big thing. Like, I don't know if 30 years from now I'll be like 10 pounds or 400 pounds, but like
Yeah.
those definitely those definitely change
hmm
either if you get bigger or get smaller. So,
well,
Yeah.
if you have a good tattoo artist, then they'll be able to tell you. Most tattoo
yeah.
artists are able to tell you, like, well, this doesn't really fit with your body right. Like, let's figure out a different place to put it or a different idea that would age better with you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's admirable. I think being a tattoo artist is like a super dope job.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it. Like, it's more impressive than just like a normal artist, if you ask me, because you're literally putting it on a person and it's permanent.
Yeah. And like to do like you can't mess up.
hmm
Like it has to be.
No,
And
it's permanent.
there's definitely a lot of like tattoos from people that you're like, God, who drew that?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's things where it's like, God, that person isn't a human. It's just a canvas for this dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're just so creative.
You're also
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
you're working with another person's idea, not your own, compared to a normal artist where mostly the ideas like come from yourself or you come from your own style. But
Yeah.
a tattoo artist is like receiving these ideas from people, and people have some really dumb ideas sometimes.
Yeah. You have to work
And
accordingly to what the other person wants.
Yeah, for sure.
like once you get like really good ones, like they refuse to do some ideas. They're like, if it doesn't fall into this like setting or I don't like, the idea of it, like they just won't do it. They'll be like, yeah, you can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want their name on it. They don't want their name on a
Hmm.
piece of art that they don't approve of.
For real, like they're their own boss. Like I'm pretty sure most of them make their own schedules too. Like
Oh yeah.
our buddy Aaron, who Nina was talking about getting a tattoo with, he actually got one on his forearm like a couple weeks ago, and I went with him, and some guy like made an appointment with him, and he didn't even show up the next day. Like it's like they're their own artists. Like they just do what they want. They show up when they want. So, but he got another guy that day, and it was super cool. I mean, he did the tattoo in like 15 minutes. Aaron actually brought him a design, and he like pretty much changed the design to make it better. And Aaron loved it. He said, "Wow, like this is awesome," because he put his own thoughts and ideas into it, and that's what's so special about being a tattoo artist.
Well, they just
You,
have such. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, they're just extremely creative, and he just completely made it better, which is really cool.
Like the imagine or not the just vision they can put in things to make it
Yeah,
like you could bring him like a stick figure and they could make it something
that's what I'm saying. It's really
amazing.
cool. hmm It's really crazy how a lot of tattoo artists look, though. Like, it's scary going in those places. I mean, they got face tats,
Oh yeah, piercings
sleeves, both
everywhere.
arms, piercings. It's like a freak show, but it's cool and rebellious. I mean,
And everyone thinks they're like mean, like rugged dudes,
no,
but you
they're
talk to them
awesome.
and they're just so like
Yeah,
sweet and you're like, "What?"
they can talk. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know.
hmm
I would date a tattoo artist.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. No, I actually, when I went into those shops, I never saw a girl artist. I know there is some, but I don't know about around here. I've never seen one.
Uh, mm, I don't know. So, all right, Nina.
Okay, okay.
So,
You got
tell me, because me and Logan kind of our senior years very like basic wise,
okay.
um, with like classes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with taking your like dual credit stuff and all of that?
I basically every other day I do stuff. So even if like a teacher assigns something on a specific day, I wait till the next day to do it. So today is a day in which I didn't do any of my work. Yesterday I did a lot of stuff. Tomorrow I'll probably do a lot of stuff. But I'm giving myself days in between. Uh, I've got the same teacher. I've got Miss Allison for my hardest classes. Um, and she's fantastic. She's been uploading like 5-minute videos for us to study and stuff like that. So like the workload they've been giving us isn't a ton. Like I brought my books home, I'm fine. But I'm worried whenever it comes to like tests and quizzes and stuff like that. Are they all going to be open note? Like how are they going to like regulate it so that we're not cheating or whatever the deal with that is? And also the AP people, like the people who determine the AP tests and stuff like that. The AP psychology test is would have been on May 12th. And that's after graduation, and it's 2 hours long, and it's 100 multiple choice questions, and then two free response questions, FRQs. And now they have changed the AP test to be 45 minutes online at home, no multiple choice, only FRQs.
Really?
And that sucks.
And
Yeah,
like
I'm
they're
kind
still
of
grading
glad.
that.
It sucks. 45 minutes determines whether or not I get the credit for this whole class I've been taking all year. A single FRQ is supposed to take 25 minutes. Are they going to give us two FRQs? Are two FRQs going to determine whether or not I get the credit for this class that I paid whatever how much money to take the test for? I really
Are they grading that on a like the 1 to 5 scale?
correct.
Oh, yikes.
I mean, I'm pretty confident. I'm confident in my own abilities. I've done really good with AP Psych so far this year, but the change in that test, we have prepared all year for 100 multiple choice questions. We've prepared maybe 35% for free response questions, but now they've completely gotten rid of multiple choice, and that is insane. That's insane. An actual exam with no multiple choice questions. And they're doing it to prevent cheating and like from prevent you from looking it up. If you're giving it a free response question, an answer, then you're not going to be as likely to reach out to other people for the answer. But still, it's
It still
insane.
lies to the same point. Like they can't ask you like what's the difference between this and this because you can easily pull your phone up and
This is true. They've got like, well, what they said in the email is like the AP test proctors or whatever, they are not new to online testing because there are a lot of kids who have to do online testing in the first place, even when the normal exam is happening. So they've
Mhm.
got some kind of things in place to prevent cheating, but I don't know how they're going to implicate that throughout all of the AP tests that are happening throughout the entire country because there's a lot of AP tests that happen in a lot of AP classes that Oak Grove isn't even a part of. Um, so that's kind of crazy. Dual credit isn't as bad. It's just reading, which is normal. I'm fine with it.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I mean I'm in that
AP
same class.
AP
Yeah,
for exam.
woes. It sounds like we lucked out.
Well, for
Yeah.
sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Because the
AP
last year
Psych
if
is
this
easy.
happened to me, whew, like I can't imagine these kids taking stats right now. No. It was already impossible being in school with Mr. Miller. I couldn't imagine people doing that online,
AP
just getting
Bio.
notes.
AP Bio. Those kids in AP Bio talk about their free response questions as if it's a death sentence. Now taking a 45-minute test that's only free response questions for AP Bio. Oh my god. And like the way if they don't, like, you'd think that, okay, there's like whatever 15 units that we're covering in AP Psychology. They've tossed out a couple, so now we're working with like 12 units. Okay, we don't have the 100 multiple choice questions to distribute these units across. So how much can we cram these units into 2 or 3 FRQs? How much information are they going to expect us to know in terms of specific? Oh my god.
You know, if you really want to get Nina going, just ask her about things that people don't do right, and she will go. I mean, we could do a whole podcast. We can do a whole TV movie, a movie. We could do a movie
A
of
movie of her
Nina
ranting.
I'm doing
about people not
push-ups
being able to do
against
things.
my desk right now because I have
Good.
so much energy being
Good.
pushed into this topic.
But I know a way to calm her too, though. Chipotle.
I had
Mm.
that for lunch today.
We gotta go.
Here's the thing. This is I knew you were upset. What do you think about them getting rid of that steak?
Oh, stop.
um,
They're playing with us.
yeah.
Were
I
you
have a
just
note.
like, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I have a note in my phone where I keep track of the L's that I've taken across the year 2020 so far. And as soon as I found out that carne asada has been discontinued, I put it on the list of L's with
Yeah.
the date that it passed away.
That's a big L,
Aw.
too. It's not even a small L. That's a big L right there.
Have you
Like,
tried their new queso?
yes,
Yeah, it's good.
it's better in the meal that you get rather than on the side. On the side, it doesn't have flavor for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, the
Alright.
carne asada steak, oh my gosh, that's what got me into Chipotle.
It's
Like,
so
I really started
good.
going there the past couple months because of it, and then they just get rid of it just like that.
When that lady, I was at Chipotle and I was like, yeah, I want carne asada for my meat. And the lady says, don't have carne asada. It's been discontinued. My jaw hit the ground.
Yeah.
I probably made a fool of myself
Yeah.
in front of every person in that line because I was like, what? Like, I raised my voice. It went up an octave because
Good.
I was
Yeah, you should.
just so shocked and devastated that she would tell me this.
Yeah, you should have spoken to the manager, actually. That's what you should have done. That's just ridiculous.
Gotten in their face and been like, how can you do this to me? I'm your biggest fan.
I know. I go every week, sir.
Yeah, for real.
It's a tragedy.
What are your guys' go-to bowls? Or what do you get when you go there? I always get a bowl. I think that's the best.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Woes?
I get a bowl for sure.
A bowl? Okay, yeah. So what do you guys get?
All right. I'm going to let you guys go first, and then I'll go last.
Okay.
Right. Woes, what do you got?
So I do a bowl. I get some white rice. I don't do any beans, and then
No beans?
I used to do, carne asada, but
Yeah.
before that came, I did half chicken, half steak.
Yeah.
And then I get some queso on it.
Okay.
And then I go over. I get, depending on how I'm feeling that day, it's either mild salsa or hot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get some sour cream, cheese, and then just a little bit of lettuce, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And a bag of chips.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do a bowl. I get steak. I used to do carne asada, but they ruined that. So just some steak. I'll take brown rice. I think it's the same, brown, white, whatever. Brown rice, and then I'll do black beans. That's my favorite beans out of what they got. And then I'll do corn, lettuce, tomato, just shredded cheese. I don't do any sauces like the queso or any of the salsas. I mean, the green sauce is pretty good. I actually tried that with Nina, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like my food when it's more dry. Because I feel like the lettuce makes it like more. It like it soaks it more. I don't know. And
Okay.
the meat's kind of wet too. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I can't do sour cream. That's just I don't know. I don't like it. It's gross. And then I usually snatch other people's chips. So
Good.
yeah.
Okay. I'm of the opinion that every factor in your Chipotle bowl plays an important role and is worthy of a debate.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
we're starting off with bowl. Burrito requires a certain type of person, but a bowl, I believe, or I prefer because then you can get leftovers if you do not finish it. Compared to a burrito, there's also a lot of risk in whether or not they make it a good burrito, if it falls apart, how big they're gonna make it for you. That's too much risk for me. I'd like the solidity behind getting a bowl. I
Mm-hmm.
get both rices because typically it means that they fill your bowl up more, thus more leftovers, but I prefer the white rice. I get
Okay.
black beans. Whenever I got no meatballs, I got 2 scoops of black beans. I'm not a huge person whenever it comes to like brown beans in my Mexican bowls. I prefer the black beans, but that's
Yeah.
up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Then I used to get carne asada. The
Yep.
chicken is not good. Okay.
No, it's not.
I will argue that the Chipotle chicken is not. It's whenever you go to Chipotle, you don't look forward to getting the chicken. Like
Yeah.
that is a
That's why I
statement that I
stopped
will
getting
stand
it.
behind. Yes.
Mm.
The steak is okay. Comparing it to carne asada, the steak is okay. I
Mm-hmm.
would say that that's it's
It's
probably
their best
tied for
now.
best meat. Um,
Yes.
I tried barbacoa recently, which is their barbecue beef, and it's good. It makes the bowl wetter, and it definitely has like a barbecue like seasoning flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a fan. I liked the barbacoa. Carnitas is pork, no seasoning. It doesn't, and I feel like
What?
it would have been
There's
good
no
if it
seasoning?
had seasoning. It's like
Yeah.
pulled pork, but it doesn't have any seasoning. I've not tried the sofritas, but definitely carne asada was my favorite.
Uh-huh.
And then I will get the new queso, but I was never a fan of their old queso. But it depends on how wet I want my bowl. Typically, I like a drier bowl
Yeah, I like a
because I
jar.
also get a lot of salsas.
Because when I go to Chipotle, I'm like, I just feel like I want to eat as healthy as possible on there. So when you get the sour cream and all the salsas and stuff, it takes away from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Then I get the mild salsa. I get light mild, typically because it makes it wetter. And I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes. I just like a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Um, and then I get a scoop of medium, and then I also get medium on the side. It's their green salsa, and I am a huge fan of their green salsa. I love it. I think that it is
Yeah.
perfectly seasoned, and it adds like a nice like lime taste to it. I really
Mm-hmm.
like it. Their
It
hot
wasn't bad.
salsa, their hot salsa is not very good. It is only heat. It's only heat and citrus. It doesn't have any like seasoning behind it, so I wasn't a fan. Corn salsa is okay, but I'm not a huge fan of onions, so I don't get the corn salsa. Excuse me. And then I will get the cheese, and then I don't get sour cream because it makes the bowl too wet. Then I get large
Yeah.
chips in a water cup, and then you always stack up on napkins, and you get that plastic fork
Yeah.
because you're eating your Chipotle with a plastic fork.
Boom. Yeah, I get a water cup everywhere I go out to eat.
For
It's
sure.
drinks cost so much everywhere else. I
And
mean,
then
I always carry a water bottle with me in the first place. Don't get me wrong.
also, I if I remember at the register, I will get a lid and a bag with me, even though I'm not getting it to go, just so that I don't have to come back later whenever I don't finish my bowl.
Nice. Smart.
Solid.
Smart.
To go off real quick, I just wanted to lay this out. On your like drink costing too much.
Yeah.
So for at least Wendy's wise, it's like $11 or not dollars, 11 cents to buy like one like medium cup, and we sell them for like $2 and like 46 cents.
Uh-huh.
So like
That's what I'm
um,
saying.
they just milk people into getting just drinks. Like I can't when people come in and get like a large drink, I just can't like.
They're
You could
dumb.
go get a jug of that
Yes.
at a restaurant or not a store instead of spending
Or just like go to Quick
probably
Trip and get a
more.
drink.
Exactly. Or McDonald's drinks are $1 like
Yeah, they have
for
fairly cheap drinks.
everything.
They do,
Mhm.
yeah. So, what other places do you guys like to eat?
Ooh.
I mean, I eat out quite a bit, and I kind of got a favorite.
You go ahead, you go first, so me and Nina can dwell on that for a second.
Mhm.
Uh, it's simply just BD's Mongolian barbecue.
Mhm.
I don't think anything
Mm.
can beat it. I mean, you go in there, you make yourself the biggest bowl of your life. You got leftovers. There's no need to get two bowls. You go in there, you get one bowl. Oh my gosh, let me teach you how to make a bowl real quick. So they give you this
Walk us
bowl,
through it.
right? And then you load up the bottom of the bowl with meats. So where it pretty much fills the bowl, just meats. And then if you like vegetables, like I do, you start overflowing it with vegetables. I get some broccoli, corn, carrots, lettuce, all the goods. And then you get some noodles on top. So then you pretty much have to balance your bowl when you walk it. And then the most important part are the sauces. You got to get at least two cups. And I do one whole teriyaki, one half teriyaki. Get some Beijing barbecue, some yum yum sauce. I do a little bit of peanuts if you're not allergic. I'll take some garlic powder. Oh, and then I forgot, you got to sneak 4 eggs in your pocket, and then you're golden. You're golden.
4 eggs.
Yeah, it's okay to do three, but I prefer four. I
See,
can't do
I
seafood. I cannot do the seafood there.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, I'm not,
personally kind
yeah.
of skimp on the vet. Like I don't really, because I get like onions and I get fucking peppers and all that. But like
Oh,
I
potatoes too.
really, oh
Potatoes.
yes,
Yeah.
I really go hard on
Mhm.
like the noodles and meat. And then I get a couple eggs, but I put them. I don't sneak them like you do. I just put them in my bowl.
Yeah, and then you might want to download the BD's app and then kind of get a receipt of everyone's meal and maybe scan it so that you can go there and eat free next time, like I'm about to do whenever the world opens up again.
Mhm.
I can't wait. Yeah, we definitely all got to go whenever it opens again.
Oh, for sure, for
I'm
sure.
down. I don't go enough to know it like you do.
Yeah, I've kind of been there probably like 20 times the past like 4 months, which is quite a bit because it's an expensive one.
God, that
Yeah,
is.
kind of pricey.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
all
Nina,
good though.
what's your favorite, besides, Chipotle to go out?
Hmm. Well, yeah, would
Um,
you say Chipotle is your favorite though, Nina?
yes, I would say the Chipotle is my favorite.
Yeah.
Um, I am personally not a huge like Chick-fil-A or anything like that. Like I like
Overrated.
nuggets. I like um but I like nuggets from basically anywhere. Like of course there's an argument behind that between like which nuggets are the best,
Hmm.
but
Oh,
I like chicken from basically anywhere. I like Panda Express, but I definitely have to be in the right
Yeah,
mood for it because sometimes Panda Express is trash and sometimes it smacks.
I agree. I got it the other day. It was fire.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
then I'm a big like breakfast person.
Same. Like IHOP. Yes.
Yeah, I'll go IHOP.
some
Me and my dad were also super tight with Denny's. Like we loved going to Denny's, even though it can
Hmm.
be shady sometimes.
I like
We
Denny's
love
too.
Denny's.
Depends on the people working, but that's a lot of
Yeah.
breakfast places. I feel. I love the Big Biscuit. I think they're one of the best. They're nice.
mm-mm,
Any of those or
mm-mm.
like what is it? Corner Cafe?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I like a good like diner, like breakfast place. Or
Hmm.
honestly, I don't know. Even like I went to the truck stop for breakfast before. It was good,
It's
man.
good.
Truckers are
Yeah.
not eating bad.
Hmm. Yeah, they feed them for sure. They eat good.
Yeah.
And you woes?
Um, Man, I feel like a place I go all the time and I always suggest personally is IHOP. Like I feel like
Hmm.
I either that or Panda, but I think like IHOP, I'm like find myself there all the time.
It's like, all right, you got Waffle House, you got IHOP, you got Denny's. Those are like the go-to breakfast places. IHOP's the definitely best out of all of them.
It's the
And
most
Waffle House,
consistent.
yeah, they're good. Good service anytime I'm gone, and I mean it's not badly priced. Like you get good food and you get good portions too.
like
Yeah.
Waffle House is the place you go when you're like just so hungry and like nothing else is open and you don't want to go far.
Or
Denny's
maybe
is kind of
or hungover. I'll throw that in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But then you
Denny's is
usually
kind of the
throw it back
same
up.
way, but it's more of a like you would eat like other stuff besides breakfast there.
Mm-hmm.
And then IHOP is just like, oh, my family's in town. Let's go to IHOP real quick, get
Yeah.
some breakfast.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's IHOP.
It's consistent. It's reliable. It's pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
bro, Cane's is fire.
ooh,
Yeah.
it's so greasy though. Like
It is.
after
It
you gotta
is.
take a break, you gotta like sit down and you're like, God damn.
Yeah, but bro, get you some toast, some fries, and then that sweet tea. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm just thinking about this right now. I don't know a single girl who likes Canes as much as any of the guys I know.
Really? I know
Canes,
like I'll see girls post it on their stories,
For
but I mean I
I
know me and
maybe
all
I
my
missed out on
buddies, we go all the time. We love it.
I know the boys like anytime I'm with like guys, they'll talk about Canes or they'll
Yeah.
mention it, but it's not. I feel at least in my experience, it's not a thing. Like, is Canes like a guy place? I feel like it might be like a
No,
guy
it's
place.
a very bro area. Like if
Yeah,
you
it's
walk
I
definitely
would
a
say
in,
pro
that.
area. I don't know. I mean I see plenty of girls there.
I do too. I do. I just feel like it's not like when guys go to Canes, you're like, oh, the boys are at Canes, and you see it on Snapchat. But like, I don't know, like if girls go to Canes, I don't ever see it personally.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
Besides like
all the
going
girls are
there.
at Starbucks.
Yeah, there it is.
yeah, I'll go to a good drink place any day. I'll go to Starbucks. Starbucks is
Oh,
okay.
bro, Smoothie King. Oh my
Smoothie King.
gosh.
That's
Oh,
what I was gonna
Nina
say.
put me on
I
Smoothie
will
King.
take a good smoothie over most fast food any day. Take me to
Dude,
Smoothie King.
yes.
Let me get a massive, thick smoothie.
Yes. Some
I will
peanut butter
destroy
banana.
it
Peanut butter banana.
for sure.
Oh my god.
I have so okay.
Okay.
Logan, how do you feel? I think I already know the answer. How do you feel personally about Wingstop?
It is better than Buffalo Wild Wings. It is. Yep.
I agree
Yep.
200%.
Okay. So I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings like probably 4 or 5 times more. And every time I went, it was just never like, wow, this was really good. And then for homecoming, we all went together actually.
Yeah.
We went to Wingstop and it blew me away, bro. Like their fries have
Your
sugar
fries
in
are
them. I
so
swear.
good.
They're so good.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's just like the atmosphere at Wingstop it is so much better than because I feel like when I go to Buffalo Wild Wings,
Hmm.
it's like hectic.
Yeah.
It is.
Like there's
There's way more
so
people.
much.
I like the chill atmosphere of it.
But we
Buffalo
went to
Wild Wings.
Wingstop and I mean, it was just there was a entire party bus that went and it was chill. Like everyone was
Yeah.
just having a great time.
Buffalo
Yeah.
Wild Wings is when they try to hang out with a friend group that you're not close with, and like you're
Hmm.
trying to like fit in and trying to enjoy it, but then like it doesn't come to you naturally. Wingstop is when you go back to your old friend group and you're just chilling with the boys, and it all feels
Yeah.
good, it all feels wholesome. That's what Wingstop is compared to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes, sir.
Buffalo Wild
Yeah,
Wings
That's,
tries too hard.
for sure.
that's very
Overrated.
true.
Overrated. Yep.
But I, unfortunately, in my lifetime, I've not had wings enough to be super experienced with them. Just because my family just didn't raise me in spicy food, and now, like as I'm a teenager, I'm getting more used to it, and I like spicy. I want to get wings more often, but like my family doesn't do that.
I
But
always get like, hickory barbecue wings. I can't do spicy food.
I like spicy food, probably not as much as other people do, but I
yeah,
prefer like I would rather get like a flavor of wings than try to get like spicy wings because I want to enjoy
mm-hmm.
eating. Like I don't want to have to like, oh, whew, I need a break. That's too hot. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
want to savor and be like just big chilling while I'm eating.
Yeah.
While
Yeah, I
meeting.
totally agree.
Yeah, a meal shouldn't necessarily be a challenge.
No,
No.
no. Unless you
Um,
walk up and you're like, give me 6 of your spiciest wings, and then you know, regret life for a good week.
Now,
Mhm.
with the diet that I've been employing during this quarantine at home over basically the past 3 weeks, I think I could put anything into my system at any time of the day, and my body would just be like, okay, like
Mhm.
it's 3 a.m. and we're gonna have pickles with like a grilled cheese. All right. Or
All
like
right. Yeah, I'll
I'm
take
gonna
it.
have I had Chipotle for lunch and then I had a bowl of cereal at 2 o'clock. And
Gosh, cereal is so much better in the afternoon.
Yes.
I
yeah.
don't even know why it's a breakfast. It should be a dessert.
Okay, hear me out. Listen, this is gonna sound terrible, but one time as a kid, I put Skittles in milk,
Okay.
and I
Yep.
will tell you what, Skittle milk, like if you just take the Skittles out and just drink the milk, I'm telling you, man, it's something. If you, we're stuck in our home for another month, people, I'm telling you, go to Quick Trip, get a bag or a little thing of Skittles, and just dump it in a freaking cup of milk and just
Uh,
drink it. Like let it
dude,
sit
I don't know.
and
I don't
stuff.
know.
I'm just saying, if young Logan does you wrong, I apologize.
Skittle milk sounds like a rapper's reference to lean.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Hey, as a great man once said, purple drank. I'm a grip and I'm a sip. That's all.
What would juice do?
Juice drank that perp.
Drink that.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. All right. I might try it. How about
All right. See, there you go. All right. Any of you guys got any interesting topics for us to kind of wrap this up?
it?
um
Well, so like I know Nina's. She's had her dance. She's had schoolwork to do, and Woes you've worked, and I've pretty much played video games. But have you guys watched any like TV, movies, TV shows, anything like that?
that's a heavy topic. That's a big topic right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you guys
Um
watched anything?
I've watched some John Wick.
Oh, John Wick, you say?
I've watched some John Wick. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
would you
looking.
ever? Would
She's
you
looking for
ever?
a John Wick, boys.
Do you ever mess with a John Wick?
Personally, I would never mess with John Wick.
Ah,
Oh, come
But
on. Come on.
no. I would never step a toe out of line in terms of John Wick. But
She's a
I
basketball
do.
player kind of guy. Or girl.
I mean,
Ooh.
he'll
Ooh.
kill you. He'll kill you with a pencil, a
In a
book.
book.
He'll cut his own finger off.
His dog, man.
Man. His
He's got
dog.
dogs. But yeah, he has a dog now. We're still waiting for John Wick 4 coming
Okay.
soon. Thankfully. I don't know how it keeps going. I mean, how many people has he killed? I need to
Man.
know that number.
Well,
Let me
we don't know
Google
his
it.
past. We don't know his
Oh.
past, Logan. We
Quick
know he
debate.
had a long history.
Quick debate though. Is he going to heaven or hell?
Heaven.
Yeah, I said heaven.
Heaven, easily.
I'd say John Wick is going to heaven because he's had good intentions throughout all of this.
Yes, he's not a bad person. He never did anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his wife
Okay.
and dog were killed.
I got the number.
How many people has he killed?
So the total number of kills between all three movies is 299 people.
That's
Damn.
it. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's a ton of people, but it just seems like so much more.
Mm-hmm.
The whole movie is just him killing people.
Yeah, it really is. Headshots.
It's great. Oh, he's straight headshots too. He's the most accurate
Well, here's the
shooter
thing.
there ever was.
The third movie kind of killed it because between the first two movies, he killed 200 people. And so 200 and some odd number.
Uh-huh.
And then just barely 90 in the third one. So, I mean, these are all, like, I don't know if this is correct. This is just people wasting their time on the internet.
They
we've
went
got 'em
they
up.
went and watched every movie, counted every person.
I might
That
do
must-
that.
She's got to rewatch them. She's going to pause. Every single death,
I
tally
just
it
keep
up.
a tally. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I will.
Or you just don't mess with John Wick.
Yeah,
It's that
do that.
simple. Yeah. Yeah.
Any
That's all
other
I got.
movies, Nina? Any other?
I've been watching Frozen.
Oh, I saw that on your story.
Yeah, a while back I saw Frozen 2 with a little tyke that I danced with, and man, it was so good. It was so good. Man, please do not underestimate Frozen 2. It is funny and like invigorating and it like gets your heart into it. Frozen 2 is excellent. And then I was watching Frozen 2 last night, as one does, and then I realized, hey, I haven't seen Frozen 1 in a really long time. Frozen 1 came out 7 years ago, mind
Wow.
that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it came out 7 years ago, Frozen 1 did, and I watched it again, and wow, who forgot to tell me how good Frozen was? Frozen 1 is so good. I forgot how good Frozen 1 is, and it's so cute, and even like, okay, like Let It Go, like all those scenes are like, oh my god, whatever, they're great. But then like there's a really cute song where they're like, he's a bit of a fixer-upper, and oh my goodness, it's so just so I was laughing last night. I was audibly laughing last night at how good Frozen 1 is. However, Elsa, my own personal opinion, Elsa is annoying. Give me a second with this. Elsa,
Oh no.
I understand. Elsa is a representation of people who suffer with anxiety, and I understand that she's like been facing a lot. She's had to keep everything in for her whole entire life, and then she's like automatically put into this position of power and expected everything from her. And I understand it's a very stressful situation, but also I would put it more on the scriptwriters. Elsa spends the entire first movie freaking out. That's all she does. The entire first movie is just Elsa freaking out about every freaking thing. Chill out, Elsa. Calm down. Calm down, Elsa. And the second
Literally.
movie, she's like totally fine, and then she starts hearing like this little voice, and then she finds another reason to just freak out, and then she like runs away. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Elsa. I think she needs to calm down. She's fine. She's
Need to
blessed. She's
send
got an
Nina
amazing
to
life.
need to
Calm down.
send Nina down to Disney. Tell
Yep.
the writers what they're doing wrong.
I will
Yep.
explain to them in terms of Frozen 3, make Elsa calm down.
Or take her off the movie. How about that?
I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. Olaf is like a really amazing character, and like I know that sounds dumb because he's like comic relief and he acts like a 5-year-old, but he's really funny, especially in Frozen 2. He's really.
Well, it's kind of like Gru in what's that movie called?
Despicable Me.
Gru or Groot?
No, Groot. That's what it is.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a small difference there.
Yeah, but
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Groot is
Guardians of the
badass.
Galaxy, that's what it is. Yeah.
Like you can't tell me
that's a good
in the
movie.
second movie when he's dancing around that you're not just sitting there. Like I watched it in the movies like the second day it came out, and like that was badass. Like you can't convince me otherwise. He was just vibing while everyone's trying to kill this monster.
Groot do be vibing though.
he do be vibing.
Elsa do not be vibing.
No, she does not be vibing.
Elsa needs to vibe out.
Elsa
Like,
just chill.
I roll my eyes at her a lot of the movie just because. Oh my god, Elsa, stop freaking out! Like in the second movie, there's like this big giant that walks past her, like where she's living at the time. She's like living with these Native American people. There's this big giant that walks by, and the giants like normally don't come to that part of the region or whatever. And everybody's like, "Why did they come down here?" And she's like, "They sensed me." I'm like, it's not all about you. Stop making everything about you.
Oh man,
Maybe it just felt like
you're taking everything out of the kids movie.
Yeah. I guess we are
really
18.
Great movie. I complimented it at the beginning of this rant. It's a really great movie, but Elsa just needs to calm down and not make everything about her.
I only saw the first one. I barely even remember it, and I'm not hating on Frozen at all. Me personally, like I guess just the age I'm at, I just can't really get into Disney movies as much as I used to. Maybe if I'm like watching it with my little cousins or something, then I'll watch it. But you'll never find me going on Netflix and looking up Frozen or Frozen 2. That's just me though.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand that.
Yeah.
Me personally, it has to be like I could go back and I could definitely watch Incredibles again.
Oh,
Oh,
Like
for
like
that's
sure.
Incredibles,
I
Toy
love
Story.
that movie.
Those
Yes.
are great. Monsters
Uh-huh.
Inc.
Like
That's good. That's a classic.
Yeah, Logan's a
Pixar,
Pixar.
Pixar is definitely the way to go when you
Yeah,
get older
for sure. Yeah, I don't
because
know.
they always have sentimental behind theirs, you know?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's always like a good message at the end, because it's got
Mhm.
to be a kids
Mhm.
movie. I'm just more into like thrillers and I guess some comedies or like action, mystery, sci-fi, those kind of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard right now because like everything's getting canceled or postponed, not canceled, like movie-wise.
A
So
Quiet Place 2 is supposed to come out. I want to see
I
that.
know, and like I was gonna go because I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, that Sonic movie was actually pretty good." I was like, "Oh, you know, shit, I'll go watch it." But now it's like,
Mhm.
I got Netflix and I got Disney Plus, so
Mhm.
make what I can do with.
Yeah. I don't know. And also, I think people, oh man, probably shouldn't say this, but Avengers, bro. Marvel overrated. It's
Ooh.
overrated.
Really,
Yeah.
really,
Okay, listen, I love
that's a
Spider-Man.
hot topic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably get some hate for that one, but like I don't know. I watched Spider-Man as a kid. That's really it that I can think of. I guess I watched like the Hulk movie, but then I never really
Like
watched
the
Avengers.
first Hulk movie, like the one, the shitty one.
I think so, yeah. But I was a kid, so it was good. All right. So I don't even know all the movies. Like Guardians of the Galaxy was good, but I never really watched the Avengers until someone took me to theaters to go see the newest one. What was it? Endgame.
Oh, so you just got thrown into the loop.
Yeah. So I guess that's kind of why. I mean, it was good. I don't know. I can't really get into superheroes as much as I used to because it's fake. Like there's nothing accurate about it at all because
Yeah.
they're all fiction characters. I'm just more into like realistic fiction, I guess.
For me personally, I think it's like I kind of stay away from all like the realistic stuff because I'm like, oh, I can like think about that. But like going out and seeing like Guardians of the Galaxy is like that. I love just that. Like they just go do so much. Just like I couldn't think about, you know, going to your dad who's a planet and then killing him.
Okay, as a person on the outside looking into the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I don't I don't get it. There's a raccoon that has there's a tree with powers.
Yeah,
Chris
that's what I'm
Pratt
saying.
is just randomly in there. He's just like a dude.
Okay.
He's just a bro. He
Okay.
doesn't I don't why is there
It's
a
like
raccoon?
the dude that came up with that was tripping.
But here's the thing. You say that,
Why
but
are
then you're
they
like, you watch.
guarding the galaxy?
It's a comic book name.
Oh, okay.
They're not. Nobody gave them the tag. They were like, hey, see, this is the sheriff badge. You gotta watch over the galaxy real quick.
Yeah,
But you
I
say
just
that, but then you're like, oh, I love Olaf. He's such comic relief.
because it's animation.
I mean, yeah,
It's not
it's an
people.
animated movie. Animated movies are animated movies. Like
Mhm.
that's why Monsters Inc. Toy Story are good. They're children movies. Like
Mhm.
they all have like a good message at the end.
So do
Mhm.
you like live action Disney movies then?
No,
Yeah, probably not.
I do
Okay,
not.
okay.
I watched the first. I know. I watched literally this morning. I watched the little section of the live action Aladdin. It blows. Sucks. It's not good
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
nobody
it
can
just
be
doesn't.
Robin Williams.
But like, why? No, the original Aladdin is amazing. I really like the original Aladdin. But this one, where like it's obvious that like this guy, what I forgot. Why am I forgetting his name? Willow Smith's dad, Jaden Smith's dad,
Will Smith. Yeah,
Will Smith.
hmm
You said
Will
Willow
Smith.
Smith.
yeah. Will Smith, great actor.
Will Smith, he's just like painted blue. And then there's just like this cute kid who's Aladdin. There's this cute girl who's Jasmine, and they like, I don't know, and like these guards, like I don't know. I prefer the the exaggerated uh characters that are more fun in animation than they ever would be in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean there.
That's fair. That's fair. Because it's hard to like, especially for like Aladdin. Like, there's so
Mm-hmm.
much cool things
For
that like
sure.
Robin Williams did as that character that like you can't do in real life.
Or even like Jafar. Like Jafar was a really cool, like spooky, like mysterious, dark character who like looked like the bad guy, and it was great. But in the live action, he's just like a dude with like a dark beard who like just has bad intentions. It doesn't enchant you the way that an animation does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why whenever you get into like Avengers stuff like that, like, and this is also, I'm hypocritical. I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. But whenever you get into like live action things or that are like mixing the animation, we're going to animate a tree and a raccoon to be alive, but then we're going to keep these people and they're guarding the galaxy and the world is normal, except there's just these people that are guarding the galaxy. And I don't, but I mean, I am hypocritical. I'm a fan of Harry Potter, which is like basically the same thing. There's just like this other world, but I don't know. Maybe that allows me to just understand it better, to separate the two worlds, even though they coexist. I don't know.
Well, yeah, and that's like a lot of things. Like that whole universe is like they build their foundation on people like my father's age who read comics growing up because they
Yeah,
didn't have like what we
yeah,
had. So like that's just seeing like something on paper. It's like, did you read the Harry Potter books before you saw the movies, or
I did.
so like that's how it is for like them.
Mhm,
Basically saying the same way.
mhm.
Like it was a drawing on a book, now it's like they have voices, they have characters.
It comes to life. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
why do you like it?
I just think it's badass.
I like Lord of the Rings. I like Lord of the Rings more than Harry Potter.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings
Because
is my favorite movie series by far.
yeah, Lord of the Rings is legit. And then like TV shows, my favorite is probably Breaking Bad. And then Hell on Wheels is pretty good,
Mhm.
old western. I did like The Walking Dead, uh, first couple seasons, but then it just got bad. They killed
I
off
could
certain characters.
I could never really get into it. Like it was a good show and like sometimes it'd spark interest for me, but then I'm like, "Ugh, okay, I'm done with this." It just can't
Yeah,
keep a grasp of you, you know?
yeah, I get it. It's kind of slow too,
Hmm.
so I don't know. I guess
All
I'm
right.
more like that. And I know zombies aren't like realistic. I mean, people have thought about like what would happen if zombie apocalypse happened. So like
Mhm.
that's the only part that would be realistic. But I don't know. Superheroes just can't do it anymore for me. I'm sorry I called Marvel overrated, but I guess it's just not for me anymore. I can't get into it like I used to when I was a kid.
Okay. So I just looked at the time. We're like an hour and something.
Yeah,
So
All
we've
right.
been
3 minutes.
so yeah. Nina, you got anything to end off on?
Well, I'm here. I might as well briefly give us a bit of an astrology conversation.
All
Oh,
right.
Um,
All right. All right.
we have recently entered Aries season, and I believe it was yesterday we experienced an Aries new moon. I love Aries season. It is the beginning of the astrological new year. We love Aries people. They are energetic and they are fun and they are crazy and chaotic and they are big babies on the inside and they will defend you until the end and they've got a great sense of humor. Huge fan of Aries people and people with Aries placements. Happy Aries season, everybody. Really fuel those energies that you have in you because everybody's got a little bit of chaos. Everybody's got that baby inside of them that just wants to do whatever it wants to do, whenever it wants to do it. Really fuel that energy now because now is the best time to do it. You'll have the most success with it now. Love Aries. Happy Aries season, everybody.
awesome! Happy Aries
Alrighty.
season.
And hey,
Yeah.
where can they tell us where they can find you, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever.
I'm on Instagram at ninacrabtree, and my Snapchat name that I made in 6th grade before I knew that crabs was an STD is at Nina Krabs.
Yeah.
My Twitter is at Nina Kelly, Kelley with 3 E's at the end. Um, but you don't have to add me on any of those things because I'm annoying. Bye.
All right.
Thanks for
All
having me,
right.
boys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no
Thanks for
problem.
joining us.
Absolutely. You'll see more of me soon.
Oh, for
Or
sure,
you'll
for
hear
sure.
more of me.
Yep.
So yeah, this is our first episode. Hopefully, sound-wise, everything sounded good, you know.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions for me and Logan, you know, just let us know. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll link all of Nina's stuff, me and Logan's
Hmm.
stuff as well, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. And
Yeah. And
Logan, you
if
got anything else?
I mean, if you just want to be a part of the cast at any point in time, just hit us up. We'll leave our information. Anyone that's listening probably knows us already. So yeah.
All right.
All right. We will
All
see
right.
Bye,
you in
everyone.
episode 2.
All right.
See ya.
LNFcast out.